there's a lot of talk about short sellers online, and from what I could tell, there wasn't that much talk when I first got into stocks and shares 8 years ago, and now it seems to be something that people talk about all the time. What are the shorters doing to this stock? We know that it's 7% of it is being shorted, but we think that it's probably going to be much higher than that, but we'll never get to truly know what that number is. And the best possible outcome from the perspective of someone wanting to pump the stock and turn it into the next GameStop is to decide whether this stock resembles GameStop. And what I want to remind people is, number one, the original guy that sort of got people interested in the stock was this guy, Roaring Kitty. And I don't know if you've watched his videos. Really recommend watching his videos. His analysis is insane. And the technical information that he goes to in this video, where he talks about the big short squeeze from 5p to $50, the fact is he talks purely, from what I gather, purely about technical value information. So the thing that triggered the biggest short squeeze of all time was not go in, pump the stock, let's screw the shorters. It was a guy sharing technical information, proving how valuable the stock was in terms of earnings. And that is really what I'd like to see happen for Cineworld. I don't want to see a pump. I want to see everyone on the Discord get shares at a good price and making sure that what we're buying is sound, that we're going to retain equity. And if we're not going to do that, then I want to get that information and share it with you guys so that us lot are first to access that information and don't get our fingers burnt. One of the craziest things about this guy, about the whole GameStop thing, it was a $50,000 investment. That's all he put in. He put $50,000 in and he purchased call options on GameStop stock in 2019, and he saw his position rise to 48 million. 48 million. So, I mean, I hope that happens to all of us. I really do. There was a lot going on at that time. The government were printing off checks and handing them out to people who were sat at home, and more people than ever were getting into investing for the first time ever and were spending a lot of time on social media. And then at 200, so it didn't remember, just like halfway on the pump, Elon Musk, who is also at the peak of his popularity, sends a tweet out about GameStop that sends the stock skyrocketing even more. That is when the short squeeze really got bad for Citadel. But what is bad then, at that point, the stock became well and truly overvalued. It was definitely overvalued, even by Roaring Kitty's projections. It was definitely overvalued because it went to 33 billion. The platforms that we're trading on, Trading 212, Freeview, and eToro, are more prepared than ever to stop you from being able to trade as and when it suits the big banks that are shorting it. So I do not think what happened in the event of GameStop can happen again, but by all means that would be great for us, a little short squeeze. But the thing is, short squeeze is only great for us if we get out at the top when the people who are shorting the stock actually want the shares. Otherwise, there will just be a brief moment in time where the share price is really, really hot, and then it will drop back down to a price that it'll sit at for months, if not years, and it will never get back to that height, and the stock will just get a bad reputation. Like GameStop now is never going back to that point where it was valued, the company was valued at 33 billion, unless they do something ridiculous.